Merseyrail, beyond the tunnel. What lies in the dark beyond the platforms? The Merseyrail Underground is a mix of 19th and 20th century construction. This video takes a look into this dark world to reveal what lies beyond the brightly lit platforms. The underground we have today was brought together as a unified system in 1977, linking the lines from the north, south and west. The first lines of the underground opening in 1886. We start at Green Lane, the original terminus. Looking towards Birkenhead Central, we see Hinderton Tunnel. Just beyond the platform is seen a ventilation shaft, here to extract smoke from the then steam-operated line. Emerging into the daylight, we briefly call at Birkenhead Central. We take a brief look around the now closed Birkenhead Central shed before plunging into darkness and the main underground section. Approaching us from our left is the line to Birkenhead Park. It's now a single line, joining ours through Hamilton Square Station. Looking up, we see 3 holes at the top of this tunnel. These again date back to steam days. From above, looking down through one of them, we see the electrified tracks. You wouldn't want to fall down through there. Departing Hamilton Square, we head down to Mid-River, with the line heading to Platform 3 on our right. This is Canning Street Junction. As we continue down, we see more ventilation openings, halfway up the tunnel side. The ventilation heading is now running alongside the main rail tunnel. On reaching Mid-River, we find 2 more openings. One is an alcove into which the notorious riverbed signal box once stood, the duty signalman enduring atrocious conditions in steam days. The opening next to it leads into the drainage tunnel, now combined with a ventilation heading. The flowing water giving rise to the myth of an underground lake. We take a look through this mid-river access point to see the water continuously pouring into the tunnel, as it has been since construction. It's easy to see how rumours of this huge underground water-filled cavern persist, yet no one has ever produced any proof of its existence. Leaving the myths of Mid-River behind, we now climb up to James Street. As we reach the Liverpool bank at Man Island, 3 tunnels are ahead of us. On the right is a short single track one. Looking down it, we see a short partially flooded dead end heading. This was for a never completed freight line to the Liverpool Docklands. Straight in front of us is the double track to James Street. On the right is another single tunnel, also planned as a Docklands link. It now signals the start of the 1977 Liverpool Loop. Our run round the loop starts at James Street. This single line platform is notorious for water flowing like a river between the rails. Even during construction, the water flowed. Entering the next station, Moorfields, 3 openings are seen. These provide draft relief for the station. These draft relief shafts play a vital role for the Merseyrail Underground. First, they reduce the potential high wind created by the piston effect of trains moving through the tunnel. Second, as the trains leave the station, they provide a suction of fresh air down to the platform. Round we now go, climbing up to Lime Street low level. Another of the draft relief shafts is on our right, just before we enter the station. This shaft coming out at St John's Gardens, alongside St George's Hall. The station itself is directly beneath. It was at this point that the loop tunnelling was completed, the breakthrough being on the 8th of October 1973. Continuing round the loop to Liverpool Central deep level. The Liverpool Central draft relief shaft being on our left this time, and also containing pumping equipment for tunnel drainage. Continuing on, and we rejoin the original double-track tunnel just before James Street. The junction here, known as Derby Square, is part of the 1977 extensions. This now forms the stock interchange line, allowing a direct link from Wirral to Northern lines. Often to be seen here are empty stock trains passing between the Northern and Wirral lines, or vice versa. This was formerly the Merseyrail line to Central low level. The brick line tunnel now having concrete junctions at each end. Looking towards James Street from Paradise Junction, we see left to right the stock interchange line, the original Merseyrail route, the line up to Moorfields, and the line down from Moorfields. We now head to the original Merseyrail terminus at Central, which is now the Northern Line platforms. As we approach, we see another alcove, again a former signal box. As we head into the platforms at Central, we see 3 tunnels. The single track on the right leads to platform 2. The middle one, built as a double track, leads to platform 1, but the other single track heading leads into a dead end. This had been planned for a future extension of Central from 2 to 4 platforms, but it was never built. A small pilot heading exists behind the wall. Leaving Central in the Hunts Cross direction, we see the layout here. Trains turning back using the extended Mersey Railway head shunt. The line to Hunts Cross veers off to the left. Also veering off to the left is another tunnel. Again, this is a dead-end one. Its purpose was to link to Edgehill as part of Merseyrail for lines to St Helens and 2 outer loops. As a result of delays and cost overruns, this plan, known as the Edgehill Spur, was to be dropped from the plans. Further on, we reach St James Station, seen here before the Merseyrail extension in 1978. This is to be reopened as Liverpool Baltic. The work scheduled to start shortly at the time of this video. Heading back to Central, looking towards the platforms higher up, we see the portal to the former mainline platforms. The Merseyrail tunnel lowered from just beyond St James to the level of the Mersey Railway. As we head into the platforms, we see on the left a number of openings resembling windows. Again, these are from the Mersey Railway steam days. As this diagram shows, they were part of the ventilation to remove the smoke from the underground platforms. We briefly head back to Moorfields, to the Northern Line. Probably few notice this, but sections of the tunnel lining are of a different profile. This section was actually opened up during the construction of the underground. Heading back now to Birkenhead and the junction for the 1977 Hampton Square platform. Once again, a draft relief shaft is located just before the platform. Continuing on, and we see where this additional line rejoins the original brick line tunnel. Backtracking along the original route, we see the remains of another Mersey Railway underground signal box. Our journey now takes us to Cobway Park, built by digging down and opening up the old brick line tunnel. One more unfinished heading can be found just before we leave the Birkenhead Park tunnel. This being another proposed freight line, this time to Birkenhead docks. The hidden features of the Merseyrail tunnels are a mix of old and new. It's a shame the Edgehill Spur never happened, with more underground tunnels and stations to add to the network. I hope this video has thrown some light on the hidden parts of Merseyrail, If you'd like to know more on the building of Merseyrail, check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.